lot of music going on around here, and it's really fun. I love this area, and it's been a blast. And so I'm working more than I actually ever did, and it's a lot of fun. That's the quick snapshot. And I'm also teaching as well. I think we all do that. And I think the further we go in our careers, the more rewarding the teaching becomes. And for me, it's really becoming my passion, teaching and passing on what I've been able to learn and share. So it's kind of where it's at right now. So this is Chris Carr.
Yeah. Again. Thank you. And this guy is a newlywed too. He's been married.
That's right.
A year now. In June.
A year ago last April. Thank you.
Probably ask yourself, what would possess someone to make drums? It's kind of a meandering path. I've been drumming since I was about 7, and I'm now 47, so 40 years. Off and on, I should say. Like Tom, I went to Berklee College of Music, and which is a wonderful school. If you have children, or if you are children, they want to go to school, or anybody wants to get an education, it's a great place to learn about music, not only in the classroom, but in the environment. You have people around you that are willing to share their ideas with you and help you grow as a musician. I'm also a cabinet maker and a woodworker a lifetime. So a lot of things I've done in my whole entire life have been stepping stones. And after about 7 years off from playing, I started buying drums again, started playing, and wondered what was wrong with me, or what was wrong with quality instruments out there. This was about 2003. I was spending a lot of money on drums and not really satisfied, let's just put it that way. So I said, hey idiot, you got this wood shop, you have these ideas, why don't you just try making a set of drums and see how it goes? So I did, and I sold the very first kit I ever made. And so Buckstein Drum Company was born back in 2005. Since then, I've been able to work with a lot of really great people, and I have drums on tour all over the world. I've implemented a lot of different ideas and features into my instruments that I feel are different. And lately, over the past 2 years, I've really been focusing on my patent pending innovation, which is what's up here on stage with me right now. And it's something that's completely different in the industry, and no one else out there has it. So when you hear the drums, you're hearing something that is completely different. We have a kit over here, which is a hard rock kit we made specifically for this venue, which is a great venue, by the way. Make sure that you take advantage of their food and beverages, because this place is great, and the faculty and staff is awesome. This kit over here is a maple and ash combo. Each different species of wood has a different sonic property, so you're going to hear different sounds. This kit over here is a maple and mahogany, and you can audibly hear the differences in the 2 drums. And what I would like to do is have each drummer play a little bit so you can hear them individually, and you can hear the sonic differences. Now, I will say the 2 snare drums are the same. They're both a maple and ash combo. So today our goal is to talk about Jim and Tom's experiences in playing and education, and what they've learned and rudiments and how they apply it to playing. But I also want to talk about the drums and how special they are. So anyway, Jim, give us a little something.
A little something? I'll play something really simple, which I always do. Just so you can hear how warm and fluffy and nice these drums are, and still they cut. I guess, I'm not a drum geek. I don't know a whole lot about show building and hardware and brands and this and that, but I know that when I walked into a club right after I moved here, and a deceased friend of ours named Tim Stevens was playing a kit that Chris had made, and I walked in the door and I heard, and I just lost it. I thought, I have to have this bass drum. And not really knowing anything about the company or anything else, I just decided I wanted some. I don't have any yet, but I hopefully will. But these shells have a solid wood interior part matched to a regular ply on the outside. The ply being maple in most cases, maybe all cases, am I correct? And then you choose the solid shell. And, how many of you played solid shell drums before? Yeah, you. They have their own characteristic sound that a lot of people look for, but there are limitations to how well they hold up and other things that I'm learning about the more I talk to Chris. But these drums have a maple ply on the outside and mahogany on the inside, which is a nice warm, lovely round sound. And I'll just do a little. My snare strainer won't stay closed. So you can see these, compared to those, when you hear him play, they're a little bit brighter, a little stronger. Chris does good stuff. That's all I got to say.
Thanks, Jim.
You're welcome, Chris.
You did a very good job describing that. I was hoping I was going to do that myself, but
Well, I think you should, because I'm not sure it was great.
I'll get more in detail when these guys play. But now let's listen to the maple ash combo.
Yeah, so this is a ash inner shell, right? With a maple outer shell. So, I should just say the thing that attracted me, like with Jim, to Bucks County Drums was just the sound. I remember I went to your living room, you had a kid set up there, and I just hit a couple drums and instantly it was like, wow, like that's the sound I want. You know, it's one of those things you know right away, when you see something like that. So, and one thing that I really like about these drums, they're at all dynamic levels, whether it's like soft, loud, they react, they're alive. Some drums, you play soft, you're not really getting the tone you want, or that's been my experience anyway. At softer levels, some drums suffer. These drums, at all dynamic levels, they're just perfect. They speak, you know what I mean? So that was another thing that I thought was really special about them. So I'll try to kind of maybe demonstrate some of that right now, the dynamics and stuff like that. tones and then the louder thing. The drums just speak on all levels, which I really like. Yeah.
Wow.
So why this innovation, right? We've got a maple shell, which is made of ply, and we've got the solid wood shell, that's solid wood, whatever species you choose to have in your drums. Drums used to be made of solid wood years ago. They were marching drums, whatever. I'm going to tell you a little about what I've learned in 40 years and a little about what I've learned in 10 years of drum building. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not saying that I'm an expert, but I want to tell you what I've learned. And when drums are made out of solid wood, they have really good tonal quality and they sound great, and it's what guys are looking for. But because they're solid wood, they have limitations. They have tuning limitations, and they have properties that change. They go out of tune, they shrink, they crack, they go out of round. And if you're a drummer that's a working drummer and playing every day, you can't have this. So what they did, I believe in the early 1900s, like the 20s, I believe they started making drums out of plywood. And so they laminate plies together, and not only was this a stronger method, but it was also a